Okay, it took me forever to understand this. For real, I wasted around 5 to 10 years understanding this simple aspect on human nature and the secrets to live a simpler and most effective life, and especially in the aspect of getting people to come to me and me not having to chase people. Because I understood early on that, well, if I want money, other people have money. That's it. Nobody, I cannot create money out of any thin air. I have to get other people to give me money. If I want a relationship, which I also struggled, I struggle with all of this. So that's why I'm talking to you about this right now. So you understand the simplest thing you could do. And, and you were going to understand this really well. So, also relationships. I gotta get another person to come also to me instead of me chasing and asking for dates and all that stuff. So here it is, and for you to understand this, you need to understand that everything in life is positives and negatives. It's like magnets. So I am a magnet with positives and negatives. My ideas are positive and negative. My things, my products are and services are, I have positives and negatives. But what you need to understand is people decide, and you can too, to look at the positive or the negative. It's your decision, whatever aspect that exists. So if you understand that aspect and you understand that we're like magnets, what's the number one thing that I have to do to, instead of chase, get things in life in a much easier way, like everything, like if I'm aligned, okay, and it's like two magnets, they connect. So that's the first step, and it's three steps plus a fourth one that you don't want to miss. So just type this down because it's really important. If you really understand this, I believe that this is the secret to any marketing, any sale, anything that you do in your life that has to do with getting things from life. So first of all, connect. Normally in marketing, for example, people think that you have to hook people, you have to entertain people and get people's attention. Oh my god, like if you're pulling them, because what, magnets both pull each other. And that's the number one secret that changed how I thought. And I couldn't sleep at night one night when I understood this thing. I didn't have to find a hook. I didn't have to find something that all of a sudden grabs their attention. What I needed to find, and whatever questions you ask yourself, this is another pro tip, an answer will come based on the question that you're asking. So I asked myself, what is my ideal client, wife, whatever, interested in? Okay. Instead of me going and trying to get people's attention, I started thinking the opposite way. What are they already interested in? Okay. Because that's how we do it. Instead of us uh, just going on social media, instead of us just uh, winging it, we the headline, whatever is your headline of your conversation, or the start of any conversation, that's the most important thing in marketing. And the best copywriters, which are people that write sales letters that make millions and millions of dollars, in a company that makes $1.5 billion dollars, they do this. The majority of the time is wasted on the headline. Okay. And what the headline does is magnets connect. Okay, so that's number one, connect. Number two is relate. So now that you connected people, now that they're like, okay, I'm interested in this and you're talking about this, okay, that's interesting to me, because that's how it is. So instead of me trying to chase this particular person, or me trying to chase this particular uh, future wife that I want, what you got to understand is that my ideal, I need to write down what's my ideal type of wife, what's my ideal type of client. Okay. What's my ideal type of friend? And instead of chasing other people and seeing if what you have they want, might as well just attract, and you attract to them because they're also attracting you at the same time, um, based on the what interests you and what interests them. So you're talking about something that really passionate you, and your ideal client doesn't have to exist already. Just create it in your mind. Your ideal person, they're also interested in that. So it's going to be much easier to hook people in. Okay? So, second step is relate. Relate, tell a story, tell an example. You know what? This is how it was for me. They're going to You're going to be building a much bigger magnet that way. So, first of all, there's a magnet that connects people, and then it's this thing that builds up the magnet, that grows it. That's how you're going to be even more connected, and it's going to be even difficult to pull apart. And the next step, so it's easy. Second step is just tell a story, be yourself. Don't think what to do, just relate. That's why it's very interesting. uh Word, you know how to relate to people. How do you relate to somebody, especially that is your ideal type of person? It's so easy. Isn't it easy? Let me tell you a secret that when I was asleep and I had to wake up and write it down, I wrote it down here. Here it is in my notes. And it goes like this: a good conversation, pitch, or date does not create interest in people. So whatever, if you're thinking that your pitch or the date is going to create interest in that particular person, it's going to be way more difficult. But you can flip it. The what interested people create a good conversation, create a fun date, create an easy pitch, a fun pitch. Imagine uh, if you are afraid of sales. Imagine people already want to buy from you, and it's so easy. So that's the secret. Get people that are interested already to come to you, and then the date is going to be fun, and then you're going to relate even easier with each other and all that stuff. Okay, and you're going to be able to sell much easier. And that's the third step, which is interest. Let me tell you my definition of interest, and you can find the definition online. Definition of interest is association. When somebody's interested in me or my product, it's just an association they created based on the connection and the relate aspect. Association of me and the product to what they want. That's it. So that's what we created already. And that's how we create people that are interested to us and create a fun date. So interested people create fun dates. Interested people create easy pitches and fun sales conversations. And that's how we do it. We connect, right? The hook, which I don't like to call it hook because we're not hooking people. We're not trying to get the fish. We're attracting to each other because we're both interested in this specific aspect. And let me tell you something. If you want to go even deeper and deeper in this, what people really want, is to feel good. Either sometimes they want to get out of pain, whatever thing or decision they do, or how they communicate and why they communicate is because they're trying to get out of pain mostly. But that's basically getting better, feeling good. So that's the number one goal people want. And so that's how you can relate to anybody. Anybody in this world wants to either get out of pain or have more pleasure, create a better feeling in whatever stage they are. Sometimes they're here, sometimes they're again at the bottom, but they're always trying to move that way. And guess what? That's how you can, in a much deeper way, connect with people because everybody wants that. So that's a very interesting part of the human nature. So if you really think about, if you're thinking about it, what now? They're interested. Now is the time where it's relationships time. You build a relationship already. They're interested, and now there's a call to action. Now you give the offer. You help them commit. Okay, sometimes you don't have to give an offer. Sometimes you just commit to something. Tell them, write this down. Now they're more committed to whatever you're saying. So that's the commitment part. That's a relationship. Now that you work more or less in a relationship, now that we're kind of friends, now we are uh, almost client or fun prospect and fun uh, service provider, or in a date, you know how it is. Now you just build up the relationship. You ask for the commitment, ask for the phone number, whatever it is. That's some type of commitment. Ask for in later stages. That's another type of commitment, right? You're building up. It's a relationship, and the number one word that you need to remember is maintaining it. It's like the flowers. What we did in the first three steps is planting the seed, and the next step is growing. Everything in life is either growing or dying. So also this relationship, and this is how you're going to get more money from them, and they're going to get more value from you as well. It's both at the same time. You're both uh transacting. Okay, never think that you're getting from people. You're never getting from people. You're always this dual connection thing. You're always transacting everything. Okay, especially if you're not manipulating and all that stuff. And if they value themselves and all that stuff, they also will want for you to give them something. So last step is, after you build a relationship and the commitment, everything either grows or dies. You need to start watering the seed. That's it. You plant the seed, you water the seed. That's all you need to remember from this video. And that's the secret to anything that you want from life. If you want to have anything in life, you plant the seed, you know how it is, and then you water the seeds. And sometimes that seed doesn't grow. Sometimes other seeds will not grow. But if you plant enough seeds, and if you water them enough, then you're gonna have trees. When was the first best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago, right? Because now it has fruits. So the second best time is right now. So start planting trees, and that's with people, and that's with friends, and that's with anything that you want from life. You want money. I love this saying before I leave you that you need to remember, which is build your well. In marketing, they say this: build your well before you're thirsty. This is very important, because now you're saying, why would I want some money right now? Maybe I don't need the money right now. Because what? You're gonna need those fruits later. You're gonna need water later. Instead of waiting to need the money, need the relationship and all that stuff, start planting seeds right now. Start building your well, so that when you're thirsty, you go in and get the water, right? Maybe you don't need anything right now, but this is the best time to plant the tree, when you don't need it. And this is the best time to love watering those trees, because everything in life uh, that has values because of people. People are the key. That's all you need to understand, basically. And if they are the key, we need to plant seeds and water them, and you're going to have the best life in the world, and they're going to have the best life in the world. Some seeds will not grow, others will, because that's the law of nature. That's how it works. See you in another video.